Okay, so what is our mother load of a theme?
The motherload theme this week is the UCC Head Fake, and we'll get into that when the time comes. It just concerns the great taking. We've got some commentary on that I think your subscribers will find interesting.
It is very interesting. And I will say, last week I was in the legislature here in Tennessee, and I turned to the wonderful group that we're working with on the Financial Transaction Freedom Tour, and I said, this UCC thing is a feint. And then I get online with you yesterday, and you said you used the exact word, and I said, okay,
Yeah.
we gotta get into this.
The UCC historically it governs goods. Now, goods and
So
services
we should tell, but UCC stands for Uniform Commercial Code.
Uniform
Right.
Commercial Code, exactly.
Right.
Commerce. Think
Yes.
commerce. Okay.
Right. And it's a system, it's a code, it's a system that was implemented after World War II to essentially harmonize state laws.
This is the part that Webb doesn't mention. The clearance agreement, okay? To secure any advances of credit, the clearance agreement granted JP Morgan Chase a lien on the assets held in Lehman Brothers accounts at JP Morgan Chase, like tri-party repos, other than segregated customer accounts. So those accounts are expressly excluded from the safe harbor provision, and David Webb leaves that out of his book. Nowhere does he mention that. In fact, if you look through the book, what you'll find is brokerage accounts are never mentioned. Okay, brokerage is mentioned once in the introduction, and if you search on the term agreement, what you'll find is tons of discussion about the UCC, the Uniform Commercial Code, but nothing about brokerage accounts, nothing about customer agreements to brokerage accounts. So in other words, if you go back and look at the district court case that Webb cites, this is Webb's legal authority for saying, okay, they can reach in and get these assets. The district court never even mentions the Uniform Commercial Code. So query why David Webb is so fixated on Uniform Commercial Code, since the district court opinion that he's relying on, this is his authority saying, oh, here's the bogeyman, you better be afraid, never mentions the UCC. What is this guy's fixation on the UCC? When I look at the UCC again, I go back to that covers goods. I mean, all this, so the supposed solution, the proffered solution to this bogeyman, which looks fake from where I sit, is to meddle with the UCC when the wolf at the door doesn't mention the UCC? What is it about the UCC that's at issue here? What's really going on?
Okay, so I'm in Tennessee, and one of the things that has happened in the last couple of weeks is a package which is roughly described as the package that Christine Noem vetoed last year. A large, complicated package of revisions to the UCC has been proposed in the legislature. Now, what happened was a big debate came up about why do we need this? What does it do? And we're uncomfortable passing something that we don't understand. At that very moment, a series of amendments start coming in proposing we need changes to the UCC. And one of them is we need changes to the UCC because of the great taking. We have to amend. So there's an additional push to amend the UCC because we need this to protect ourselves from the taking of our securities. Now, Catherine has been adamant for the last 2 weeks, don't even worry about that. Do not worry about taking of your securities. Worry about, your banking system getting run and stolen and your banking and other financial and internet transactions being controlled. So you have no more transaction freedom. You're under complete financial transaction control.
I would also worry about the real assets of your business.
Absolutely.
They're controlled by the UCC. Now, let me just say two things real quick. Okay, if someone can point me, including David Webb, if someone can point me to a case where the UCC is used to loot people's accounts, I'm all ears. I just haven't seen that case. For damn sure, it's not in the Great Taking. But point me in that direction, and I'll read it all day long. That's number one. Number two, as I said, the powers that be don't need to meddle with the UCC to take your brokerage accounts. All they got to do is snap their fingers for systemically important, and your brokerage accounts are gone. They're messing with the UCC because they're interested in something else.
Right. That's what I think. That's what it feels like to me. You and I both constantly on this thing are saying, we smell a rat.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah.
We had this discussion because there's a UCC rat I don't want those 39 states passing that package until everybody's clear what's really going on here and whether or not we truly need UCC changes, because I don't think we do.
Yeah, whenever you see anything all of a sudden getting pushed, or a YouTube creator or whoever, because I'm a YouTube guy, had a YouTube channel for 9 years, so I kind of know like who's the sponsored players are. They're not. It's not hard to figure out. They're pushed all of a sudden. They're the favorite thing. They're turning up in search bars everywhere.
Right.
They're sponsored.
Here's my message to every state legislator in the country. If you don't understand it, don't vote for it. Don't let it go through.
Amen.